Good morning.
So, good morning. Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream from Thursday, the 17th.
Today's the 17th?
Is that like an important date
It
for
is,
something?
because that means the kids can sign up for their driver's permit.
Wow.
Whoa,
Can you believe
crazy.
that? And I told them, I was like, that day you can sign up, you better sign up. And the day they can get their license, I'm like, I'm going to take you by the ear and take you down there. You're going to get your license. So many kids these days don't want to get their license. Not an option in our house.
They better get their license or they're going to be walking everywhere.
Yeah.
They take off with the car for the first time.
Oh,
With both of them in
together.
the car, all the eggs in one basket.
That's going to be scary. I know you ladies, a lot of you have gone through that, but that'll be scary.
I did some crazy stuff with cars as a young, stupid kid, you know? I know you did too. You've been off the road before. Haven't
No, I
you?
haven't.
No?
I did unintentional stupid stuff like driving too fast in the snow.
I've done that.
Well, that's just as bad.
Yeah, it was scary. Or driving, hydroplaning, that's so scary. Or
She had a car that, like, literally, if there was, like, 30 seconds of rain, it would hydroplane. Like, you'd be driving and all of a sudden you'd be like, I'm not sure what's happening right now, but I'm not connected to the road.
oh god, it was my first car out of college, and it was a Honda Civic, and we got the base model, which means
You had to turn the AC off. She used to call it turbo. Like, if you turn the AC on, you lost like half the power in the car.
yeah, I didn't have a passenger mirror. Like,
It didn't have a passenger mirror?
no, I didn't have a passenger mirror.
Did it fall off, or it just didn't come with one?
It didn't come with.
You know, that's like, if you're gonna save money in a car, like you'd figure it'd be better to have.
You kind
a
of
mirror.
need that, right? You
No,
need that
no,
to-
you actually can just look over your right shoulder. They probably hadn't made the laws yet.
I had to choose between AC or overheating, and
She'd show up.
And I
She
lived
used
in
to come
Vegas.
meet me at my office at lunch, and she'd be all sweaty.
I was like, I couldn't.
I'd be like, "What were you doing?" She's like, "People are driving so fast on the highway." She'd have to turn off her AC to make it there.
Kids don't rough it these days. My kids will never have
Oh my
those
God.
experiences.
The kids have no idea.
I know.
They're
I remember.
getting my car.
I remember
Like, it's
driving
like-
through like Colorado, and I was going up the mountain, and I didn't have enough power to go. I was driving like 30 miles an hour on like 70 because I didn't have enough power.
We bought a car, like, that was like, we'd been married for like 2 years, and we bought a car, and we were driving. We were back east, and we found a car, and we bought it, and we're like, oh, we'll just drive home.
We were driving on
And we were driving
it
on
was a Saab.
we were driving I-70 on the way back, and she was driving, and she's like, oh my God, I'm accelerating. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I'm accelerating uphill. It was very exciting.
It was very exciting. And I drove that car for like probably a dozen years.
What,
So,
the Civic? You drove that car for a long time.
yeah. Anyways,
Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing.
you already did that. We did the date. We didn't do the weather. I think 85 degrees today. We can start doing
starting
the
to
smoke.
feel like fall.
The smoke index.
100
and what, 92?
172 is what it was this morning. I don't know what it is right now.
Oh yeah, mine was stick too.
Yeah.
All you could afford. Yeah.
I mean, you know, like, people intentionally bought sticks back then. And then I remember what was it? It was the Murano.
Yeah.
Like, we went and we looked for cars, and we ended up buying a Nissan Murano. That was the next car after the Saab. The Saab was a stick. And then, like, a month into driving that, we were like, why are we still driving sticks?
Yeah.
It's nice to have an automatic car.
Yeah. Especially
And
in
they
San
actually drove
Francisco.
really well, like
Yeah.
they all do now. So,
So, Red, White, and Blossom, the new quilt.
which is pre-order.
Pre-order. I'm half
It's gonna
committed.
arrive in
End
February.
of February. And I'll give you more information when they give me more information. And I'll post pictures and things like that. But if you are good with a not sight unseen and your name's just going on a list, then send me a message. And I did go through the Facebook messages, but I'd prefer if you emailed me. Email me because I'm already halfway committed. So I only have 30 kits and they're half of them are gone. So let me know if you want red, white, and blossom. It's going to be a 4th of July kit, and it's going to be amazing, and you're going to love it. I got ready for this afternoon. So from 2 to 5, we're going to be quilting love notes, and I am going to be using, it's called Borders Valentine 2, because there's a Borders Valentine 1, and there's a Borders Valentine 2. And I did send out a link to that. If you still need it, send me an email. Or you can just go onto kimberbelldesigns.com, and it's on their main page. It's just like a little strip, like banner thing that says quilting designs, I think, something like that. And it's on there.
So, the Boulevard class is up.
Yeah, we finally sent that out.
It got sent out. We had kind of the first dozen people that signed up for that class. So a couple things. It is a YouTube, it's a private YouTube playlist. And so essentially the way that process works, and it's kind of a pain in the neck, but it's what we're doing right now until we figure out a platform. If these video classes are popular enough, then we will look at investing in some kind of platform that makes this easier for us and, probably for you guys too. But the things, I haven't touched anything. But anyways,
I've had my arms here.
The playlist, the way that works is, and this is just a highlight because we did have somebody, actually 2 things to talk about. When you sign up for that class, make sure you get your email address right. Because that is the email address to which we will be sharing the playlist. We did have somebody that mistyped their email. We caught it after the fact. And we're able to repair it. So they probably don't even know it was a challenge. But we need to make sure that your email address is right on that. The other thing is you have to make sure that you are logged into YouTube with that email. So what I mean by that is, like, this is our YouTube page. And if you look in this upper right-hand corner up in here, that is the login for the A1 YouTube page. So with that in mind, you need to make sure that whatever account you're logged into YouTube is the same one that was used to sign up for the class. That will be necessary in order to watch those private videos. That is exciting, and we're excited that people have them.
Exciting.
Let us know your feedback. We've seen, I think, like several of the videos had 6 or 7 views this morning, so I think folks have. I
did have somebody ask about making the pillow insert, and I don't do that in the video because I just buy it.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to. You'd have to make it and still buy all this stuff to make it. Like you'd have to buy a huge bag of the polyfill and all that stuff. So I buy the insert, and we do have the inserts at the store. I know some people try to purchase them, and they were showing us sold out. So I went in and changed the quantity. So we should be good on that.
Upcoming classes, anything?
Oh, you know what I'd have to announce, and I think it's going to go live on the site, is the OESD event. So the OESD event, and let me get that for you. It's going to be October 30th, and I'm just trying to pull up the information. So it's October 30th. It's a virtual event.
October or September
Oh,
30th?
September 30th. Thank you for catching that. That's what I'm worried about in my videos, that I misspeak. Like in my head says September 30th, but out my mouth comes October 30th. Where's
the disconnect?
Where's the disconnect? I think I have loose wires in here.
I don't think they're loose wires. I think it happens when you're speaking faster than your mind can keep up.
This just doesn't keep up. So what it's going to be is it's an event about proper embroidery stabilizing. I know a lot of you have questions about what kind of stabilizer to use. And I have ordered some of the OESD stabilizer because I'm going to be doing a ton of freestanding lace. It's that time of year. So, and it looks like for freestanding lace, they're using Dissolve Away. And they're using something called Badge Master, which I've never used before. So I just ordered all of that. I'm going to be using that in the events. And they use a stick tearaway. We have a stick tearaway that Baby Lock makes that I love, that I use. And I also use Filmoplast. So, but I'm going to be trying out some OESD stuff. So in the event, it's going to be about proper embroidery stabilizing and how to get the best results from proper embroidery. Yeah, from popular embroidery techniques. Plus, you'll get a big discount for attending the class. So that's going to start September 30th at 10 a.m. And then we're doing another event. I think that one's going to be either the end of October or the beginning of November. That's going to be quilting techniques with embroidery. So we're going to be sending this out. You're going to have to register for the event. It's a free event. And
is it Facebook or what's the platform? Do you know?
It is. I have no idea. I think it'll probably be Facebook, but I'm not positive because it's OESD does it.
Maybe it's just on like the OESD page or Zoom. Or
I think it's going to be Facebook. Yeah, there'll be a link that you'll get. So I just wait. They send it to me. I send it to you.
So when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, I struggled reading in front of the class, and I had a teacher at that time that was like, your mind is just moving faster, you're reading faster with your mind than you can actually speak. And so she's like, you have to intentionally like speak with intention and read with intention at the same speed that you're speaking. But it was funny because it solved my problem. It was true. I was like totally stuttering and stuff like that. And she's like, I think what's happening, because I read a lot, she was like, your mind, your eyes are moving faster than your mouth. And it was funny because the problem went away.
Nice.
So move slow to go fast.
Ladies, you have anything to share? So,
that was like crickets in the background.
I didn't really.
Oh, deal of the day. Okay. So this is the deal of the day today, which I thought was really great, and it's something I need in my sewing room. And I didn't know if you guys were going to love it or who's going to want it. So I just have the ones that I have in the store to show you, and then it will be a special order. This is the Gypsy Quilter design wall. And it is how big is this? 60-inch by 72-inch. Big piece of felt, and it's grippy. So you can hang this up on your wall. It says, audition your quilt blocks on center stage design wall. What?
Yeah, Kirby. Classic. Mind moving faster than mouth.
Hello, Mr. Matthew Kirby.
So, sometimes my mouth moves faster than my mind. That's when I get in trouble, Kirby.
60 to 72 inches. It will showcase most throw size quilts or the center of large quilts before the borders are added. Designed with you in mind, 6 feet is the standard reach for most quilters, so the entire surface can be utilized. Hang this felt design wall however and wherever you choose. Cotton blocks will cling to the felt until you are happy with the design and ready to sew. Use a lint roller to remove stray threads when needed. It's a blend of acrylic and recycled plastic bottles. So how nice is that? So this is what it is right here. So you can lay out your quilt, because I know right now mine is laid out on the floor, and I have a wall where I can actually hang this up. So I'm going to be putting one up in my sewing room too. I'm trying to think of how to mount it, if I should put it on like one of those little pieces of wood, those thin ones. Patrick, this is a job for Patrick. Yeah. So they're normally
where are you gonna put this?
On that. My sewing room is like,
There's no place to put anything.
I have one wall right when you first walk in. Right there. Where it's the better question is, where are you going to hang it for me? So it's normally $40. I think we have it 20% off. It'll be a special order. So it will be $32 and whatever tax there is. It's in white and gray. So if you want a nice white background, you can do white, or we have it in gray.
Bob Ross show. Happy Little Clouds. Bob Ross. That's like...
He's a painter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get you sewing, Matt Kirby. How about a sewing machine? Okay. So, and then you can like really play with us. 3M hooks for my wall. Yes, a dowel. A dowel would be great. So do we have any other announcements? Shauna's class is going to be starting in just a minute.
The skin good stuff? Those?
Let's do that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
The couple people have actually called recently asking about some of the Baby Lock and Brother promotions on the larger machines. So like the Solaris, the Luminaire, the 10 needles. There are some pretty amazing promotions right now, bundles, etc. The big thing coming out of Baby Lock, if anybody's in the market for a Solaris, is if you buy a Solaris or if you buy a multi-needle right now, you get the Koala product for that item. So if you buy a Solaris, you get a Koala Artisan Studio. If you buy a 10 needle, you get the Koala 10 needle studio, multi-needle studio. So just people have called, asked how that works. If you're interested in something like that, give a shout at the store. We'll cover that with you and let you know exactly how that happens. But essentially, you get the Artisan Studio at no charge. So pretty amazing promotions. You know how to reach us if you're interested in taking advantage of those. I've
been posting some amazing things for the sew along, the fills. It needs to be how many fills? 10 fills. These are 10 different fills from your machine or quilting designs. So 10 fills or 10 quilting designs that you haven't done before. Should be something that you've already started, and we're just going to do the honor system for that because we're honorable people.
Nicole Benuso, I think that's her name. Matt's wife actually quilts.
Oh, wonderful. We'll have to get together and be creative and make something awesome together. I did have one more thing some of you received a notification that your fabric mats are in for scan and cut. We got half of them.
Yeah, we got 12 of them.
And if somebody got a notification that they're getting one and they don't want it right now, let me know because I didn't get one. And I'm dying to get one. I want one really, really badly. So if you can wait on yours and you want to just let me take one home.
Did you say there was 1,000 pieces?
Yeah, I'm waiting for one so I can start my witch's night out.
You can just use my map.
Can I?
Yes.
I'm like dying.
Yes.
Inside, I'm dying.
You can use
Like a flower shriveling up and ash on the ground. That's how I feel.
Whoa.
rather dramatic.
That's very dramatic.
Miss Michelle, do you have any announcements?
Roxanne says you can have hers.
Are you serious? Thank you. Okay.
So yeah, I actually do. I bought the. They can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come
Here,
on.
I'm gonna step out of the way. Bye. Have a fantastic day. We hope to see you at the store.
So we did get some of the vinyl cutting kit, the vinyl auto blade kit in for the DX series. I bought the one that has the Disney on it, of course, but I could not wait to at least get it loaded last night. There are some very cool features on this. So part of it is you get some new designs that you can make very large. Also, you get some features that we haven't had before, and one of them is a lot of this is for vinyl, but I'm going to push it to the max. I'm going to make it be for fabric too. But with the vinyl, I think a lot of people are afraid to do vinyl, even the iron-on vinyl, because they don't know how to align colors. There's a feature in here that lets you align the colors so
It's like this right now for me.
Well, if you have Mickey Mouse has 5 colors, and you're going to cut 5 colors of vinyl, and you'd kind of like his nose to be where his nose is supposed to be. So this feature actually, with any of them that have multiple colors, allows you to align them up, and his nose will be perfectly placed. And if you are so inclined, like me, you can actually add rhinestones, so you can have a rhinestone Mickey Mouse. And then the other thing is a weeding box. So any of you that cut anything, even whether it's fabric or anything else, you know that if you cut something big, okay, you might have 12 by 12 of fabric on your mat. And if you cut something smaller, you usually have to weed all of that stuff. Well, the box allows you to put a box around just what you need, and the rest you don't have to work with, which, if you were in my Halloween quilt class, you know that I cut all my my squares with my Scan-A-Cut. I think this tiling function is going to allow you to create boxes the appropriate size.
So this has so that's when my ears are like, what?
I know.
So for quilting,
I think I can. I haven't used it yet, but I was up all night, late at night, playing with it, and it doesn't say anywhere that just because it came as part of the vinyl kit that you can't use it with the fabric blade, that you can't use any of the features in here with the other blades. So, yeah.
I don't know about you ladies, but that for me, like, I love so many of the features of the Scan-A-Cut, but I'm really looking forward to using it to cut
fabric
and tons of pieces for quilts that I would like to do.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the fabric. The fabric mat's going to be great for that, but I think I can do a lot more than just what's on the box. You know how I like to tease.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah, it's great.
So we don't have these yet. We just got a couple in the store just to kind of try it out. So Michelle's trying it out. We have 2. We'll do it as a daily deal. So I mean, I don't even think we have it. I don't even think we have it on the website yet.
Let me do some samples first before you get too excited.
Yes. So we're going to do, but that was just a little teaser.
That was me teasing you because that's what I like to do to you.
Yeah.
And that was me being really excited because I couldn't wait to keep my mouth shut for Jeannie to order more of them.
So we'll get some more. And
I'll get some samples done.
We'll try and get some more. We're waiting on product, and we're just kind of at their mercy and their whim, and we just get what we get and don't get upset.
Yeah. I have an idea for a Christmas kind of project that's going to involve the vinyl and fabric.
If you just knew the creativity, Patrick called her a creative Godzilla, and I was like, she's a creative tsunami.
Yeah, the tsunami part is definitely fit.
Yeah, it's
my
just
husband would agree with the tsunami.
I'm like, trying to keep up, but it's so exciting. It's I always tell Michelle she's what I prayed for this store. So anyways,
I really and truly am humbled.
More about what is in it. Could you tell them what's in it?
Okay, what's in it is I think I can open it. It's not, because there's a vinyl cutting blade with a cartridge. So if you know, if this is for the DX, the blade itself is for the DX series. So you'd have to have the 225 or the 230, either version of those, whether it's the new one that has the F at the end or the older one. It has to be a DX. It has an additional vinyl blade and cartridge. So the cartridge looks different than the 2 cartridges your Scan-A-Cut came with. And I think what you're going to love about this is it's a much smoother cut on vinyl than your traditional, because you don't want to use your fabric blade, which has you using the other blade. So if you have something very delicate, sometimes you're like, it chewed it up. So the vinyl blade, I think, is going to is going to solve that problem. The other thing was, we have the roll feeder, and the roll feeder is coming up as one of our Scan and Cut Fridays. I think Shauna's going to do foiling next time, and then we're going to go on to the Scan and Cut roll feeder. But with the roll feeder, you can do a pretty long sign because you can cut up to 6 feet of vinyl at the same time, or fabric. I haven't quite got all the dynamics down for that, but I'm working on that, how I can roll fabric on the roll feeder and cut all my fabric that way as well. But so if you have a big thing, you're weeding. Basically, weeding means pulling out the vinyl that you don't need. You're weeding a 6-foot piece of vinyl with the weeding box function that you get that comes alive when you activate this. You can actually put boxes around sections of what you want to weed, so you can pull stuff off a little bit at a time, which is going to make it a lot easier for bigger projects. And then the tiling function is, like what I said, doesn't have to be Mickey Mouse, can be any design, vinyl design that you cut that has more than one color in it. So if you had like some flowers, a bunch of flowers, you're going to have several different colors within that vinyl sequence. And the hardest part of that, what everybody complains about, is the ability to actually place everything after it's cut in the right order, so it doesn't look like a flower that got blown in the wind, as opposed to a flower that has its center in the middle. So that's what the tiling function does.
Exciting. So, we'll be getting more of these. Michelle's going to do some samples and look for it as a daily deal. And anything else?
No, I'm sorry. I kind of...
No.
You didn't want to say anything, but I was so excited. I was so excited last night.
Because she took hers home last night. They came in, and hers has the Disney design.
Course,
so that's
yes.
going to be the difference with those.
Okay, so the difference?
Yeah, the retail on this is going to be $59.99. The retail on the Disney version is $99.99.
And here's the difference.
And the difference?
The difference is everything in the Disney version is this. Everything that's in here plus 34 Disney designs. So you get this in the Disney version, plus you get extra designs. When you activate it, with the Disney, you can only, like I have 2 machines on I have a 225 and a Disney machine. You can activate the Disney designs to your 225 machine. So if you don't have a Disney machine, you can activate this to a 225
Oh,
DX.
okay. Yeah, the one that isn't Disney specific.
Yeah, and then if you have more than one machine on your activation, you can only activate it to one machine. So pick the one that's functioning the best.
And you know what's really great about these? Now you can get the product, and you have somebody that can support you with that product and show you how to use it and get the most out of it. So it's just awesome.
I promise I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. So, okay. Have a great day. Be creative, make something awesome, and
Be inspired.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.